Next, we have a presentation from Jaden Lem. He has a lot of fans. All right. He's a senior at Culver City High School, and he's planning on attending Santa Monica College in the fall. His interests include ice skating, chess, and a passion for space. Please give it up for Jaden Lem.
Are we alone in the universe? This is one of the most compelling and intriguing, yet, contrary to this statement, an unanswerable question. You'll be disappointed to hear that I can't answer this question for you, although I really wish I could. I will let you know some ideas and information that revolve around the topic, and hopefully I'll give you a better understanding about it. The observable universe is around 93 billion light years in diameter. It is huge, and that's just what we can see too, thus the name being observable universe. There are 100 to 200 billion galaxies, each with 100 billion to 1 trillion stars. With our current technology, we have found out that there are possibly trillions of planets that are habitable and that could sustain life. So that's a large chance for life to exist, right? Even if there were alien civilizations in the far reaches of the universe, we would never be able to reach them due to the increasing speed of expansion of our universe. Because of the way it expands, everything outside of our local group may never be explored by humans, unless we could go very far in a very short amount of time, which is a whole nother talk. The local group is our cluster of space, our area of space that holds the Milky Way and around 50 other galaxies. We're the red one up there. That's really the only one you need to know. Which is a large possibility for life to exist. The Milky Way, we will put our core focus on tonight, though. The Milky Way is 100,000 light years in diameter and holds 400 billion stars. 15 to 20 billion of those stars, 15 to 20 billion of those stars are sun-like in nature, with a fifth of those having planets in their habitable zone, where it's not too hot, not too cold, where liquid water can form. Which is a large chance for life to exist, right? If an organism developed into an intelligent species, then to a galactic civilization that traveled the stars, we would have noticed something by now. And if it did, it would be gauged in 3 types of civilizations. There's the type 1 civilization, where a civilization is able to harness the entire power output of their home planet, so things like wind, solar, nuclear fusion. If you're wondering, humans are around 3/4 of the way to type 1, so we're not even a type 1 civilization yet. Then there's a type 2 civilization. Type 2 civilizations are where a civilization is able to harness the entire power output of their home solar system, so things like mining planets or concepts like a Dyson sphere. The Dyson sphere, in short, is a complex megastructure that surrounds the sun, harnessing its energy. It's shown really well in a recent movie that came out. I'm sure most of you have seen it, Avengers: Infinity War. It's shown where the scene where Thor, Groot, and Rocket go to make Thor's new weapon, and you see the camera pan, you see a big dying star with a big metal structure around it, and then you see Thor open up the thing, take the full force of the sun, he's like, which is, extend your belief, it's a movie. But yeah, that's what a Dyson sphere is, harnessing the power of the home star. And then there's a type 3 civilization, where a civilization is able to harness the entire output of their home galaxy, which is millions and millions and millions of years off for humans. There are millions and maybe billions of planets that could sustain life in the Milky Way. Those made before Earth, too. The Milky Way has been around for 13 billion years, while the Earth, a mere 4 billion years. And that's still a long time, but, Considering this, intelligent life has had considerably more time than us to create and sustain life, so where are all of the aliens? This is the Fermi paradox, as is said up there. And there is no answer for it. And I'd be lying to you if I told you one. But to understand this, we need to understand what the Great Filter is. The Great Filter, or the Great Filters, are walls or obstacles that are incredibly hard for life to overcome. When we look into space, we see everything's dead and there's nothing. That means that there is something so hard for a civilization to turn into a galactic civilization that travels the stars, that whatever that is close to impossible, maybe even impossible. We could be lucky to have overcome this filter, or we could be unlucky and we're behind it. If we are the first to overcome this filter, that means we did something in our past that nothing else was ever able to do. It could be incredibly harder than we think for life to form from dead things. But if we are behind that filter, it could be truly devastating. We could be faced with things like climate change that slowly make our planet uninhabitable over the course of a few hundred years. That picture's a little drastic. I don't think that's going to happen, if we're lucky. Yeah, climate change, where we slowly make our planet uninhabitable over hundreds of years and past the point of no return. Or it could be something in the near future, such as nuclear war, where we slowly annihilate ourselves. It could be something as simple as human selfishness and human nature that is right now as well. I was talking to a friend about this topic, and I said something about why people don't think of the future, why people are really minded in right now, why world leaders are rooted in distractions and red herrings that won't really matter in the long run. And he said something like, why should they worry about it if it won't ever affect them? And when he said that, I realized that that's the human mentality right now, and that if we never overcome it, we may succumb to it, thus making it one of those great filters that eliminates life as soon as it gets to it. Most of the time. Hopefully. Or it could be a catastrophic event, such as a meteor striking the surface of the planet, or a volcanic eruption that maybe kills half the population, or sets humans back thousands of years. If that happens, most likely humans will recover, and that great filter that may lie before us is a hurdle or a roadblock leading humans to become a galactic civilization. But maybe we are alone in the universe. Maybe across the utter sheer vastness of space, there is no one trying to communicate with us. There's nothing living. We could be surrounded by 90 billion light years and be the only living things. If Earth dies, along with humans, we may be the only things to live, ever. If that's true, there are so many reasons for life to keep on going and just maybe see places like this. These are pictures from the Hubble telescope. These really blow my mind. They're fascinating. I encourage you guys to maybe look at them. They're really cool. But yeah, I just want to show you guys that's really cool. Yeah, there's so many reasons for life to keep on going, to advance human civilizations and branch out and maybe say hi to some aliens, one day. Yeah, but to branch out and keep life going until the universe goes dark, which is in such an incredibly and obscenely long amount of time that calling it forever on the time scale is appropriate. Thank you.